Good morning. It's fancy coffee time. It's 5:30. My husband already left for work. Puppies are still sleeping, so we're gonna try to be quiet because once they wake up, chaos. Microwave the milk. I think we're going with Fortato today. Coffee. I'm so sleepy. Water. Yep. I intentionally slept with socks on last night for the first time. I don't even know how long, because Billy posted this thing about how it's supposed to help like regulate body temperature and stuff. And I feel like, it definitely like worked to some extent. Like I was still sweating, I still had a little bit of a hot flashy. Nowhere near as bad. Nowhere near as bad. Like sometimes I wake up from these hot flashes and I'm like, but it was just a mini hot flash. So, I mean, I wasn't crazy about falling asleep with socks on. It didn't feel nice, right? She said socks are feet prison. That's exactly correct, said Billy. Everything's going off. Chef Mike's yelling at me. Oh, my sweet Chevy cheeks. So today is going to be a super busy day, right? I've got my ADHD testing at 9. So like 9 to 12 I'll be gone for that. I always make such a mess. So I've got that, and then afterwards I've got to come home. I got to film the Nashville hot chicken salad, the strawberry cheesecake, what is it, chocolate covered strawberry cheesecake overnight oats. That's this week's flavor. And then after that, I've got some like paperwork shit that I have to do for my stuff. Ooh, beautiful. And then I want to try to get to the gym tonight. They have foundational force at 5. So I'm gonna try to get in there. I gotta pick Haley up from work. I don't know what else. There's a whole bunch of shit. I made a list. It's over there. Oh yes, please. I should drink this first. Hold on. At least some of it. I'll drink the rest. So, I went to therapy yesterday, and I had a little bit of a meltdown about all these DM assessments. And she helped me, like, go through and answer some, right? Because I was like, I stressed out about it. So then we get half of the 123 question part done. I was like, okay, now I feel great. I can come home and do it. Because it's easier if somebody is like doing it with me and talking it out, right? She was like, you don't have to overthink it, but I overthink it. And it stresses me out because it makes me feel like I'm broken, even though I know I'm not broken. But a lot of the questions like in this section were about like OCD and like behaviors and stuff that I grew up seeing in my family members, and then they didn't find a healthy way to cope with it, and ultimately like the mental breakdown happened, okay? And I've seen some of my family members who had a mental breakdown and never came back from it. And so I think like in my brain, some of like the things that I do, like OCD-ish or germaphobish, or like things that like border on the line of stuff, like me and my therapist talked about it. We don't think the germaphobe, well, it's possible, but like I'm very weird about germs. And I know a lot of it is from being in the restaurant industry. So she's like, maybe it's not necessarily like germaphobe. Their alarm's going off. We'll see how long it takes them to wake up. Anyways, this has been a thing. I lose train of thought because I have to listen to their alarm go off. But she thinks that the germaphobe, it's not necessarily like germaphobe. It's more of like, I worked in restaurants, I took a ServSafe test, that traumatized me, so I'm more aware of like germs and cross-contamination than most people. But growing up, I always saw like my bio mom and my Uncle John and my Uncle Mark, like her and her brothers have a lot of OCD characteristics. Like, I don't think I've ever seen my mom apply deodorant without counting out loud how many times it goes on. And if you try to interrupt her, it can cause an issue. Or she has OCD about bread, and she wouldn't eat bread if it went in a bread box, or if it didn't go in a bread box. I can't remember, but she had like this weird bread thing. And so I've seen like these behaviors in my family, and then I've also seen what happens when it goes untreated. And I think it scares me. Actually, I know it scares me, because I remember taking groceries over to my Uncle John's house after my grandma died. And like when my grandma died, it was kind of like he snapped. Like they were like best friends, and that was like the last trauma he could handle, right? Oh my God. Like just carrying the groceries into the house, he like lost his mind. And then he made us line them up on the counter. And then we had to sanitize everything, and then we had to pull the little bit that was in the cupboard out so you could sanitize the cupboard and then put it all in there by expiration date. Like, line everything up in order, and it had to be in order for expiration date. And I remember thinking, like, why is he like this? Like, you know, I was young. My grandma passed away when I was pregnant with Michael, so 17, you know? And it was like, what is going on? And obviously I was way too young to understand OCD, things like that. Like, I just didn't get it. But I'd always seen my mom do it to an extent, my bio mom. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go into today knowing that this appointment has scared me for a really long time. I almost canceled my intake appointment like back in November. And I am 99.99999% sure I am the father or mother of a neurospicy noggin. Okay? I'm pretty positive about that. So I'm not sure what it is that scares me so much. But I'm doing this because I know that I struggle with, like, executive dysfunction. I struggle with remembering things. I'm constantly forgetting things. I need to figure out the way my brain works. Not figure out what's wrong with my brain, but I need to figure out the way my brain works so that I can have tools to help me succeed more. You know, like when I open my meal prep company and stuff, I'm going to have to do admin in-house. It's not like I can put it off until the last minute. Like, I'm going to have to do these things. And I guess when I was in the restaurant industry, when I look back, that was also something I always struggled with, because I could run a line all day long. All day, baby. I could be slaying that line. When it came to, like, executive tasks, I struggled. And I always did. And it's not that there's something wrong with me. It's not that I'm broken. And I keep reminding myself of that. Right? So, I'm nervous. I'm also nervous to be, like, cooped up for 3 hours. Like, am I going to be able to get up and walk around and pace the room like I do? Like, the tapping. Like, yesterday at my therapist's office, we were doing the assessment, and I legitimately was, like, stressed out. Like, I wanted to, like, pull. And she's like, why are you so stressed? I don't know. Because these questions make me feel like there is something wrong with me. That's why, maybe. Or, you know, I don't know. But I got the assessment done really late last night when I went to bed. I did film a late night snack video and tea time for you guys. I'll get that edited today. I also have to finish editing the green bean salad. Yesterday was a very busy day. I got a new PR on my deadlifts, so I was excited about that. I need to get back on the treadmill. I've been doing more like functional exercise versus training for the marathon, and yeah, we cannot lose focus because that's what got me going to that gym in the first place. But I'm really enjoying all the different exercises and things I'm doing. And yesterday, I was surprised I was even able to do the deadlift with my foot bothering me, because I woke up flared up yesterday because, I don't know, I may have ate some Sun Chips and pretzels, okay? And sometimes my body just, like, for processed food, like, I usually eat, like, my keto bread or something. But I had went to an event, and I had Sun Chips and pretzels, and I was a little flared up yesterday, okay? So when I did my deadlift, my knee came in a little bit, but it was like I wanted my feet to be closer. I just couldn't with my arthritis. So I'm gonna try deadlifting again today. I'm gonna see if I can get up to 150 pounds, because 135 pounds, it almost took me out, but it was fun. It was fun. I was like screaming like She-Ra, you know, I've never felt so gangster in my life. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. It's not gonna be a long coffee time because I have a very busy day. I gotta go get showered, get dressed, and get the doggies fed, and wake them up to turn off this alarm because it will go off for an hour. And I hope you have a great day. Things I'm grateful for my bravery, because I've been so stressed about this appointment. So my bravery is one, because I'm going to go through with it, and we're going to see what diagnosis that we get. If they come back and try to tell me I don't have ADHD, we're going to have to talk to the manager. So I'm grateful for my bravery, super grateful for fancy coffee with you. And the other thing I'm grateful for is chicken salad. I'm really grateful for chicken salad. I'm making Nashville hot today. I'm so excited. You have no idea. I wanted to get like a really good pickle for the relish, and then I forgot to text Maddie and tell her I needed pickles. So I had to go buy just shitty dill relish. I mean, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it, but it's definitely not Maddie from the Brinery Pickles. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, I'm going to be working out there Friday night if y'all want to stop out and grab dinner. They're reopening the Brinery in Sharpsburg. They closed down for the holidays and do some renovations to the building. So Maddie was like, guess what, Des? We have 3 fryers now. And I was like, yay, more fried chicken. Because when I go out and work, everybody orders fried chicken. And I'm the chicken breader and fryer for the night when I'm there. So that's exciting. But yeah, Friday night I'll be out there cooking it up, chefing it up with Maddie. Also, Community Kitchen Pittsburgh, I'm teaming up with my friend Aleka, Chef Aleka Sweeney. The date, I forgot the date. I don't know. I'll put a link somewhere today because we're doing the guest chef dinner for March, and it's gonna be Southern soul food with a twist, and that twist is gonna be fuel your body. So I'm excited. I'm like super excited. Okay, gotta go. Love you. Bye.